Okay. I've got the mascot ready. I've got the silly music back. We are going... I feel better than I have in like a week, so I decided that I was going to go with this mascot. Let's get it going. I'm feeling like really good. Today's session will probably be, I don't know, cut. There's gonna be a cut because I gotta go do some stuff here in a bit. So, you know, hopefully I'll be able to keep up this energy whenever I get back a couple hours later after that. But for now, I'm really digging it. I'm digging the goofy music. I'm digging getting into these. So let me undo that. Speaking of fitting for the silly music, that I need to just completely undo that. I love that little guy. Alright. See, now here's the thing about this being templated, right? Here's the real thing going on here. Is that now I can take this because the next 4 are just this. They're just variations of this. So let me undo that. And this is why I'm leaving like a fossil record of these too, by the way. So that whenever all these different meta charts, that I'll have like different stages of this, so that once I get far enough into the book and I recognize that, oh, I have like this schema in front of me, instead of just having these like individual parts, I'll have entire like morphologies that I can just copy paste and then transpose stuff around. And I mean, I look ahead. Okay, like, I'm gonna have to do some stuff for the existential qualifiers, and I'm pretty sure I understand how I'm gonna do that. But for instance, right, like, let's be real here for a minute. I can fast forward all the way to, like page 546, and it's really not all that different. Like, I can see how there's going to be some interesting stuff, so to speak, to deal with, but like, practically speaking, it's still going to have similar forms, right? Like, there's going to be similar enough forms involved that, as it stands, I'll still be able to probably just start copy-pasting, again, like, these morphs that I get, like these morphologies, like these larger, non-atomic structures. That's what I hope anyway, and I have faith that that'll be that way. I mean, again, because, like, first up is not P or P implies Q. So not P, this will be not P, or P implies Q. Implies P implies Q, that's 242. And then 245 and 246 are even simpler than that. And then again, it's just like 247 through... Oh my goodness. 247 through 252.1 are all just the same form. 253 is still the same form. And even its demonstration is of the same form. and then starting at, it looks like 260, it's going to turn into like a sort of inverse of some of this, but the point is like it's not going to be all that bad. 1 second though, I have to go turn off my little heater that I use as a dehumidifier. Okay, I figured I'd start from OBS again, just to make sure that things were working right. It wasn't that long of a break. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of, like I said, what I've been hoping would happen, and what has happened, more or less. The most difficult part of the next few is going to be attaching, actually figuring out how I'm going to situate them. And then attaching, like, here, let me just do this. Get rid of that. Move this over here. And just really kind of compact these. So if I need them again for some reason, they'll be over there, but generally speaking, I especially don't need the add-on text. I love the jaunty too. I can't get over the goofy music. I love it. I put together a playlist of less goofy music, but I'm not still sure. It's all copyright. It's apparently not copyright claimable music, but I'm not sure how to do the crediting yet, so I'll hold off on that. But I like the jaunty too. You know, I like the goofy music. I think it adds the right kind of atmosphere. The other kind of music is also a little bit more like what I normally listen to, which is like electronic music, so it's a little less... It has a different vibe, and I want the vibe on these videos to be more goofy, because this is all very goofy. If you couldn't tell by my insistence on having a mascot every episode, yes. And we will probably have repeats, especially this little guy. I love this little fella. He's like... I don't want to play favorites, but this is like my favorite so far, I think. I love that little fella. It's just... It perfectly encapsulates that little guy, like how I feel with the goofy music in the background. Finally feeling better after a pretty awful week and a half. And physically too, not just like stress and stuff. Like I physically got wiped out. I don't know if it was like the stress or what, but I mean I slept like way longer than normal, and I've just been exhausted, just physically exhausted. So it's not P or P implies Q. Just print two of those. Not P. Scrunch that a little bit. Not P or P implies Q implies P implies Q. So paste. You see? I mean, like, and then the next one is I mean, it's I honestly should just like move this up here. Because this is just the same thing with I don't know why I did that. That was so dumb. I don't know why. Well, you know, maybe up. No, I'm not entirely against just having another one. I should move this up. Copy, paste. I think it's literally the same. No, it's instead of not P, it's P. So P implies Q. We're gonna blow through a couple of them very quickly here because of this, and then like the templating and stuff will sort of start to make sense. I think if it didn't already, I think it'll begin to make a lot of sense why I'm doing the templating. Okay, so. That is 242, right? Yeah, okay. The 243, page 111. I don't know why that amused me. It did though. I'm just in a really good mood. I'm in a really upbeat mood. Alright, so this is, so, wow, we got 242 and 243 out of the way. Now, for 245, it's not P or Q. It implies P. So this is even simpler, like I said. Honestly, do I have a, thing by its I could stop being lazy. Just yeah. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. Yeah, I am. It's just that it's kind of unbelievable to think that it's going to be this compact. Like, I'm not kidding. This is kind of nutty how compact this is. Like, it almost feels wrong. Like, should I even have them this small? Like, should this be a thing I do? But I mean, I see no reason why not to. Implies not P. Okay. Well, first off, I probably want to move that a little bit over to the left. Yeah, there we go. So it's not P. And guess what? I'm gonna do not Q too. No, I don't even need to. The reason why I was going to do that was because I figured I might need to, but you know, I really don't. But I do need the imply symbol from here. From up here. Okay, and then just... Where is... you know, I'm being dim. I could just take it from right here. I don't know why I figured it would make sense to go all the way over there, but check this out. So get it? That's not P or Q. Yeah? Yeah. And you'll never guess what the next one is. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Yeah. Okay, well, there we go. 245, page 111. 246, page 111. The hardest part's going to be attaching the thingy on the end. I'm not kidding either. Oh, goodness. Look at how much more time it took to do 4 of them last time and then 4 of them now, right? Like, this is the power of templating. Also, the power of being able to boogie. You can't see it, but I'm doing sick dance moves. I'm really cutting a rug sitting in my chair. I do kind of look like that. This is progress. This, you may not like it, but this is what this is what peak performance looks like. I could not say that with a straight face. Okay. 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 You know, I need to go look because they use star 1.3 and transposition, and star 2.2, but I'm pretty sure that those are both like actually named propositions. I could have swore 2.2 was. No, that's 2.02. Yeah, okay. That's a simp. An unfortunately named proposition. Yeah, add is on here. So the thing is about transp, it's got a lot of different versions. Also, wow, that is one gnarly typo. Oof, I don't even know how that happened. Oof. Ugh. I mean, I know what it's supposed to mean, but wow. Ah. Now, the principle of transposition is the reason why it has so many, and I think it has more than any of the others. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, the reason why it has so many is because, like, for instance, P implies not Q, implies Q implies not P implies Q, implies not Q, implies P implies Q, implies not Q, implies not P. Not Q implies not P, implies P implies Q. P implies Q, but rather P and Q implies R. Implies P and not R implies not Q. That last one's a little bit nutty. P and Q implies R. Implies P and not R implies Q. Huh. Okay, I want to focus on that one for a minute. P and Q implies R. Implies P and not R implies not Q. Huh. That's a bit odd. I can't wait till I get to 337 to see what that's about. I almost want to look ahead in the book. You know, I'm thinking I'm going to. Actually, 337. I bet there's a note attached to it. Because that's a bit odd. Yeah, just this is another form of transposition. Huh? So the demonstration is Q implies R implies not R implies not Q. And then with syllogism, P implies R, P implies Q implies R, implies P implies not R implies not Q. What is X? What is X? That's star 3-3, huh? P and Q implies R, implies P implies Q implies R. Well, clearly, I guess I just need to wait until then. Anyway, transposition, the idea is that you can swap stuff. That's why it's transposition, yeah. The other two after that make more sense to me. P implies Q is equivalent with not Q implies not P. P is equivalent with Q is equivalent with not P is equivalent with not Q. Like, that makes sense. Because the equivalence there just means they imply one another, which is true. Like, they've already shown all that just in the transposition listing itself, that, you know, that P implies Q implies... You get the idea. Anyway, that was a fun little divergence, but that shows that that probably took up more time than it would if I just hammered out the, you know, the actual stuff that I'm supposed to add on the right-hand side of these. Because each one of these is going to need a little, little nub on the right-hand side. So let's go ahead and get that addressed. And I am absolutely keeping these all together like this. They're going to all be in the same image. This is going to be one of many multi-theorem images. This is just going to be a column of them. Now here's the real thing. Yeah, see, in the next one, there's going to be another column of... Oh, that's a real ugly typographical... Oh, wow, yeah, okay. Like, in the book, there's actually, like, little pen marks, where they did, presumably, like, actual pen corrections. But the other freaking reason... Actually, I might need to keep all of these in the same... Wow, that's a bit grim. Actually, I might need to keep all of these in the same... Yeah. I think I will. Because 247 calls back to 245, 48 to 46, 49 to 45, 250 to 247... Wow, I might actually, like, keep a ream of these, because they're all very short one-liners. And then at 253, I'll cut to a new graph. But yeah, that's kind of nutty. Wow. The real nutty thing is that they're also all the same shape. 253 also is as well, but that's where, like, they start referencing back to 253 instead of like the 240s. I'm loving this. This is really good. This is really, really wholesome, even, if I dare say that. Okay, so this is 2, 4... not P over P. And then it's 242. And then it's 2, 2. And transp. And then it's add. And trans. Gonna have to, yeah, put it back on 5 pixels. The union, the graphical, the graphing logical systems guild approved and enforced pixel width for safety purposes. You can't imagine how unsafe a graph can become if you don't stick to that. Obviously, I'm just being as goofy as the background music. I'm not actually being serious with any of that. I don't take any of that seriously. I'm just in a silly mood. Now, I'll make a note, sorta, I guess. We're going to tinify all of these at leisure. Because, like, you know, this is one of the few aspects that I just have what I feel is full creative control, where it's like how tiny I want the thing to be. Ah, my ear. I want a pretty good stretch without having that happen this time. Okay, well that's a whole 4 of them done, but we're not done yet. We have got an interesting thing here. Copy. I love this music. I'm gonna say that way often, so I'm sorry if it's annoying ahead of time. Yeah, I just love this music. Now this is something else. Hold on. Okay, yeah, that is the right one. You know, I am going to provide the whole ream of them in the text below. Like the as written for each one, I think. Because this will be like a really good codex of one to another, like what each one is. This will probably be, again, barring some serious stuff, the end of the as written in this book. Like, what I mean is that like whenever I do as written stuff from now on after this one, it'll probably be because I feel like it's warranted rather than as like an obligation for each and every graph. Now there's some pretty gnarly stuff coming up. 260 looks pretty gnarly. 285 is a nightmare. Wow, I'm actually going to need... Wow, I'm going to need more gas numerals. Wow. Yeah, I'm going to need more gas numerals. And that's definitely one that I'll include in as written, right? Yeah, example 2 for 285 looks like it's going to be an absolute nightmare to get through. It'll probably take more effort to do example 2 in the demonstration for 285 than it will for the entire previous page. That's wild. Okay, well I guess I shouldn't look forward to the horror and just look at the placid existence of the noun. So it's not P or Q implies not P or Q. Well, first of all, we gotta, you know, flip. For PvP. Oh. Okay, so the first one up is not P. I mean, they're all not P, some flavor of not P, Q. The idea is that the first one's parenthetical and then the next one isn't. Okay, well, enough of just enjoying the jaunty tune. I gotta get to actually, you know. Okay, that looks bad. This is a little too far over to the... Yeah, there we go. Maybe not that tiny-fied. There we go. I mean, this is going to be such a productive session, I might just be okay with it being an hour long or whatever. Maybe not even that. Just call it. So, not P or Q implies not P or Q. Okay, yeah. The work here is going to be writing the text, if you believe it, for the 247. I did get 245, right? And 46. That is correct. There you go. It's a darn thing that they have the skip numbers. Yeah. I'm just gonna go ahead and write that from the top. So 247, page 112. But yeah, I mean, it's a little wild to think that this is just gonna be this is going to be a breeze. I mean, I can literally copy, paste. So that's 247. So I need one for 248, 249. So that's 248, 249, 250, 251, Let me get them all nice in a row, too. Let me make sure to do that. Like an apartment building for Logic. This is a Logic tenement building. I lost count, by the way. So that's 248, 49, 50, 51, and then I need 52. To 52, 1. Wow. I wasn't kidding. Like, look at that. That's all just... I'm not joking, they're all the same shape. Like, that's why I'm keeping them all on the same page, just to make it, like, obvious that they're the same thing. You dig? You know, if I wanted to be cheeky, I guess I could, like... I want them vertically stacked, though, because it looks good, I think. Yeah, and all of them are some form of parenthetical, not PQ shenanigans. Okay, well, the next one is 248. Page 112. And then might as well do 249. Page 112. And then do 250. Page 112. And then, you guessed it, 251, page? Exactly, 112. Then 252, page 113, no, 112. And then 252, 1, which is going to be on page 200. 230, no, 112. Alright. I just need this next to each one of them so that I don't forget which one I'm looking at. They all look the same. Again, like a really bland, depressing apartment building. Like a tenement block. Also, to make sure that I counted them out right, that I have the right number of them, because it'd be stupid, but not entirely unsurprising if I ended up copy-pasting an extra one, you know? Ah, my ear! Ow! Not my ear. It's going to take more time to actually, like, type out the references for each. Okay, so first let's go through them. So it's not P or Q. P or not Q. You know what time it is. It's time for the really goofy... Speaking of transposition, here we go. Let's put that into action. So it's just implies P or not Q. So it's the opposite of the first one. Or not the opposite, but you get the idea. Not P or not Q. Okay. So here the trick is to copy this and paste it there. And yes, if you're wondering, these all make sense to me in my head. Like, they make sense. It's just... Okay, so this is now the same thing but with imply. on each one. Is it imply on both ends? Yes, it's just shift to imply on both ends. Ack. Ow. Ugh, my ear. Ah. Ah. I'm pretty sure it's just the same, but with imply. Yeah. It's 251. P or not Q. Yeah, okay. It's the same trick we did before. Except now it's made easier because we have the space in the middle to store that. And I know I said P or not Q in my head. It's like I registered it as implied. Don't worry, folks. If you're, viewing this and having a minor episode because of that. And then it's imply for both, and then it's the same as above, where it's not P and not Q. I love this too. It's like the perfect for this. It's like the perfect stuff for this. Okay, and then this is the final transposition where it's just Q implies P. That's not what I want. Please tell me they're gonna have like a brain, but okay. I was gonna say, please tell me they're gonna have a brain episode and put not Q instead of the imply for some reason. I can be a real space cadet at times, like, just saying. Is it P? No, it's Q implies P. Yeah. Okay. And there we go, and like I said, that's like the thing that's going to actually be lengthy is putting all the little nubs on. And of course there's going to have to be a tiny bit of checking done. I have to, check this, but once I'm done, I mean goodness, that's what? That's 10, isn't it? That's more than, that's 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 11 done in one day. But do you see what I mean? The power of, like, identifying the structure and then having the template ready for it. Like, once it comes together, it just snaps together. I just did a half a page in, like, an hour. And honestly, if I wasn't yammering, like if I wasn't recording, I would have done it a lot faster, no offense to anyone watching. For one thing, for whatever reason, my ears don't get itchy, so I don't have those interruptions whenever I don't have my these headphones on. Okay, now begins the very long process of dealing with the things on the end. I'm not very happy about this. Whatever. 245 and 2, 2, not P over P, and Sil 246 and 1.3 with not Q over Q. And still 245. And oh, my ears itching for all time. Two with not P over P, not Q over Q, and still 247. Not P over P. 248. Not P over P. 249. Not P over P. Oh wow. Okay. How original. 257. And 17. Yeah, because that's... Yeah, that's exactly what that is. But I want to make sure that it's obvious. Like, again, that's kind of the point of me doing the as-written stuff, is to help people understand, like, what the different isomorphic representations of stuff are. So that it's, like, clear that whatever it is, it's still the same thing whenever it means... Whether something is represented in an unfamiliar form or not, it's clear by inference what it's supposed to mean. If that makes sense. So like, star 257 and 17 in that format means 257 and 217. You get what I mean? Just to really hammer it home, because I agree heartily with their schema for that. I think that's a really slick way to shorten that. Like, considerably. I mean, look at how much shorter that is than this. Both in keystrokes, which means effort, but also, like, in space. I love that efficiency. Alfred North Whitehead and Bertrand Russell, so far what I've read of this book, were really, really good at thinking of tiny ways to make an overall big difference in the long haul. Like, they really understood the concept of small stuff adding up. So anyway, let's tinyfy this. We know what the drill is here. We might as well, like, do this. All aboard the carpool, guys. We're gonna drop you off on the way down. Each one of yous. Here we go. No, it's the elevator, that's it. It's not the carpool, it's the communal elevator. It's the elevator everybody uses. Everyone's going to the bottom floor. Get off on your floor. There you go. Alright. I want that to still be readable enough. But I mean, you can kind of understand why I can't just leave it fully extended. That's a little silly. I want it to still be readable, but, like, I can't leave it fully extended. Okay. Now here's the big question. Am I really going to do the as written for every single one of them? Yeah, probably. Wow. Alright. Well, first off, I also need to add transposition here. That's number 203. Ah, oh dear. Crap. Okay. Hopefully I've recovered and I don't have to go get the freaking Q-tips. A2. Call out. Good grief. You know what? I'll be right back. I'm not even gonna cut. That's right. Not even gonna cut. Go get my Q-tips. Not sure how that's gonna sound on the recording, but I don't care. The heck with it. It is microphone, headset, whatever. Q-tip time. Ugh, man. Again, I remind you, I believe I am legally required to tell you not to use Q-tips in your ears. Don't do that. Seriously, don't do that. I'm not joking, don't do that at home. If you do that and you are inexperienced in doing it, and you get hurt, it's not my fault. I assume no legal liability. I'm not legally responsible for any injuries related to Q-tip usage. Don't come at me. Okay. Alright. Alright. Just making sure my mic's still working. Okay. So, where was I? Right. That should be P implies, not Q. (2283), not Q. 2283. Let me guess, it's not P implies Q. No, Q implies not P. Wow. Okay. Wrong one. 2283. I forgot already what I said, but if it was not P implies Q, yeah, that's 215, not P implies Q implies dot Q implies P. I got it mixed up. So first, let's save this. Oh, if you're wondering about this, don't worry about that. If you're worrying about it, don't. That's my advice, just don't. Gotta add this to the list. Yes, yes. Piping hot right off the presses. Now this should go in right between the sill and sum. Being, 203. There we go. Excellent. And in case anything weird happens, I kind of want to just save this. This is why I'm saving 3 of each of them, in case something happens to one, and in case I want to just save over the third one that I load up. kind of doing them like the light poles in what's it? Satisfactory, where they have 4 nodes, but really they only have 2, because like 2 are used for chaining to another node kind of thing. Anyway, so now that I have that done, time to get to the work of 242. Oh, brother. Okay. 2282. Colon dot, not P dot, 2228 dot, P 2283 Q colon 2283 dot P 2283 Q star 243 as written. Now here's the real goofy thing. I ain't typing all that again, Buster. Get out of here with that. So it's P or P or Q. So P implies 283. P implies Q implies P implies Q. Excellent. Then 245 as written. Here's where we get into the not P2228 Q dot 2283 dot P. Right, and I have to not P over P. I have to include the actual, like, on text, you know, or on text, and on page, whatever, the end thingy. 242. 242! Hi! Hut! Sorry, I couldn't help myself. 2, and trans 246 as written. I'm going to copy that. Roger, copy that. I don't know who Roger is, but they want him to do a lot of copying. 1.3 and trans 247 as written. Yeah, here's where we get to the goofy stuff. So paste not P 2228 Q, and then 245 and 22, not P over P, and sil 248 as written. Like I said, you bet your keister I'm going to include all of these for this one. And then it's not Q. Implies P or not Q. And then 246 and 13, not Q over Q. And still 249 as written. It's just not Q. It's just not Q. That's 245. I gotta scoot my chair up. I don't know how that keeps happening. Darn it. Ugh. Maybe I should put the book over. Yeah, that did not help. It's kind of hard to find a place to put this book where I'll have a good view of it. It doesn't like behaving. It doesn't like staying closed or flat. 248 and 2.2, not P over P, not Q over Q, and sil 250 as written. Okay, so here's the deal. This turns into not P implies Q. 2228 is the wrong one. 2283. Copy this because it's the same schema for the rest of them. Yeah, not P implies Q again. This implies 2228 is the wrong one. I feel like I had something on my leg. Pray that's not the case. Yeah, there's the curse mark from Berserk. I definitely did not want that. 2283. Okay. So not P implies Q implies not P, literally not P implies Q. So it's not P implies Q implies not P implies Q. You get how this can be very difficult to like track with just speech. Not P over P, and then 251 as written. Ditto, but it's I shouldn't have done that. It's a pain to type out the special characters. Not the. Yeah, it's just 248. Wow. Wait, hold on. It says 248, not P over P. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a hard one to describe concisely, but I think I get what they're getting at. Okay. 248, not P over P. 252 as written. Not Q. 252. Just making sure I got it right. That's not P over P. 249, not P over P. 252.1 as written. And then it's the same thing, but the final transposition. And that's 252 and 17. So let me just make sure I've got this right. So 242, not P, or P implies Q, implies P implies Q. 24, not P over P. P implies Q, implies P implies Q. .242, not P or Q implies not P. 22 trans, not P or Q implies not Q. 1.3 transp. Okay. Not P or Q implies not P or Q. 245, 2, not P over P. Still, not P or Q implies P or not Q. 246, 1, 3, not Q over Q. Still, 249, not P or Q implies not P or not Q. 245, 2, not P over P, not Q over Q. Still, not P implies Q implies not P implies Q. 247, not P over P. Same, but well, you know what I mean. Not P over P. Same as before. Not P over P. 249. Final. 252.17. Okay, great, excellent. Yo, that's a lot. This is gonna be a mile long. I don't think it's actually gonna paste all of it. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna. Yeah, so it cut it off at 251. Okay. That's dim, but it's okay. I'm not gonna throw a tanty over it. I'm just gonna be big sad. Not very happy about that. Okay. Here's the Rogues Gallery. I can't really be asked to make identical boxes for each and every one of these. Even my brain disease won't let me do that at this point. Like I said, I think I'm actually going to leave today's session here. I feel so darn great doing that. That's incredible. And it doesn't kill to have a couple of short ones, right? Like, having a short episode every now and again is probably a relief. For anyone watching this. Especially if for some reason you don't like the music. Goodness. I've said it before, but don't be surprised if this is the soundtrack to most of this. Though I did find one other cool little song that I think I'd like on repeat that fits the vibe, like the goofy vibe. The, like, you know, just chilling out vibe. Because that's definitely the vibe I want to go for. This is a serious project, and I am taking it seriously, but I don't take myself seriously. You know? Now, here's one thing. Can I, like, mass tinify? Yeah. Yeah, I can. Excellent. And I can even shove that right there. Okay. Now, what were the other ones mentioned? Add, trans... Should I bring in 2.2.2? What was 2.2 anyway? Just P implies P or Q? Okay. Ow. Ugh. Okay, so sil, trans, add. I should put two in there somewhere. And then it's just P implies P or Q. Okay. 2283 2228 Q P P implies P or Q. Well, duh, I have to put the spacing. Okay. That is 7 times, right? $247 through 2. Have the book. Goodness, that was a typo. Have the... Okay. Beautiful. I'm going to go save this. And that'll be it for today. I love this little guy. He might still be our mascot next time. I don't know. Anyway, take easy. Thanks for watching. This was a short one, like I said. Yeah.